Well, good evening, and thank you for joining me on this very wet and soggy Thursday for PM Weather. I'm student meteorologist Chris Ritter, taking a look at your Plymouth Almanac for this Thursday, September 30th, 2010. Today's high reached 69 degrees, even under all the clouds and precipitation. Normal high of 65. This morning's low. Take a look at this. Plymouth, New Hampshire, typically 37 degrees overnight. We warmed up to 58 degrees during the overnight hours, just under all those clouds and southerly winds. Today's precipitation, although still ongoing, already 1.4 inches recorded. As far as the sun and moon data are concerned, sunset taking place at 6:30 this evening. The moon is 60% and waning, and sunrise 6:43 tomorrow morning. As far as the Plymouth conditions, around 4:20 this evening, the temperature and dew point both 69 degrees. That gives us a relative humidity of 100%. Wind southeast at 2 miles per hour, and the sea level pressure with the low pressure on the way falling rapidly at 29.73 inches. As far as your regional conditions, where the showers have been falling and the thunderstorms and excessive cloud cover, temperatures generally cooling into the middle 60s. Warmest along the south-facing shore, we have temperatures in the mid to upper 70s, 78 in Boston, 76 into Providence. Where we have any breaks in sunshine with the southerly winds, it's allowing temperatures to soar into the upper 70s, even near 80 in some spots earlier today. Not the same over towards Maine with excessive cloud cover, temperatures either side of 70. Concord, New Hampshire, currently 74 degrees, cooler as you work your way points north and west. As far as the entire country, warm spot, the desert southwest generally in the 90s. Cooler as you work your way towards the east coast with all those clouds. 70s where we have the first low pressure system, and also 60s as you work your way towards New England. 50s areas points far northwest. We have one low pressure system located over Virginia. The second low pressure system is the remnants of Tropical Storm Nicole. Both of these are fusing together to give us excessive amounts of rainfall to areas throughout New York and into Maine over the next 12 to 24 and into 36 hours. As far as the west coast is concerned, generally quiet. Big area of high pressure building throughout the center of the country. This is going to stay stationary while our weather maker is going to provide excessive rainfall. Although it already has, it's going to continue through tonight into the first part of tomorrow. New Hampshire's already issued flood watches throughout the entire state except for Hillsborough County. We're under a high wind watch, so all of the Granite State is getting into the action. Behind this area, got a cold front that's going to be coming in. Winds are going to shift from southeasterly to northwesterly, allowing temperatures to fall, giving us generally cooler conditions over the next few days and on into the weekend. But first, we got to get through all this rain and precipitation. Remnants of Tropical Storm Nicole going to make landfall around North Carolina. Hopefully not too close to Wilmington, North Carolina, where 21 inches of rain has already fallen since Sunday, so they don't need any more precipitation. Just want to keep in mind that even 1 foot of rain can cause your car to be swept away. So if you see any large puddles and it's nighttime, you can't get a very good look at it. Best idea is to take a secondary route home. Safest idea, and both you and your family will be appreciative. As you work your way through the night, this cold front's going to continue to work its way from west to east. With it, the showering activity is going to continue to work its way to the coast. You can see by the tightness of these lines, these are the pressure lines. Expect some gusty winds possible also during the overnight. Look at this plume of moisture all the way from the south coast, all the way through New York, points east into far northern Maine. We have to get through all of this precipitation before eventually things wind down on into tomorrow and tomorrow evening. Although what it will allow for is temperatures to not fall too much over the overnight during the overnight with those excessive clouds, as temperatures should only bottom out in the 50s, coolest throughout the Rocky Mountains, 20s, in the highest elevations, 30s, and generally 70s as you work your way towards the desert southwest, much of the nation's heartland, into the 40s. As far as tomorrow, the warm spot on the map is definitely going to be throughout the west, where 80s and 90s are going to go all the way up towards the Montana, Idaho area. 60s is about all we're going to do throughout New England with those clouds and that cold front passing through. Tomorrow night, much cooler also into New England. Once that cold front comes through, clear skies start to emerge from beneath the clouds. Expect temperatures to crash into the 30s and into the 40s, while it remains very warm throughout the desert southwest, even with shower activity taking place. As far as that rain and shower activity, 90% through much of the mid-Atlantic and New England area. This is going to continue to work its way eastward as you work your way till tomorrow. This stubborn area of shower activity over into the desert southwest is going to hold stationary with the low pressure system, and eventually come tomorrow night, most of this rain and precipitation working its way off the coast. So let's get to your PSU forecast for tonight. Rain heavy at times. Expect about another half to inch and a half of precipitation, giving us 2 to 3 inches total. Low around 60 degrees. The winds will be southeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour, keeping those temperatures just a little warmer. By tomorrow morning, rain, partial clearing during the afternoon is possible. High temperature only of 64 once that cool front works its way through. Winds northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And by tomorrow night, mostly cloudy skies will be generally in the area. Can't rule out still an isolated shower holding on. Low temperature of 53. Winds northwest now at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And your PSU extended forecast looks this way. Friday got AM rain, high temperature of 64, a low of only 60. Saturday, cooler temperatures around 63 degrees, partly cloudy skies, and also turning slightly cooler even from Saturday by Sunday as temperatures only reach the upper 50s. I'm student meteorologist Chris Ritter, and I want to thank you for joining me for PM Weather. We hope to see you next time. Good night.